Let's see. Let's see. Damn, bro, why you put it like that? What's going on, Scott? Who's gonna be my partner? Zoro. Giganto pistol. I was gonna emulate Power Warriors 2 on emulator, but my PC can't handle it. I gotta upgrade even more. One more upgrade ought to definitely do it, and I'll be set. In fact, Zoro is definitely the edgelord, or Zolo in the fork is dub, but. Kaido's Devil Fruit? It's funny, I never really owned a Devil Fruit. But I would definitely like Ace's Devil Fruit if I could collect them. Have you tried eating it, Scott? A stupid question. So I'm gonna pop out the fake ending and then I'm gonna pop out the true ending. So this one I gotta let Whitebeard die, and then when I come back to this one, I'm gonna let Whitebeard live. I'm gonna do it just like I did before. Aha! Don't want to go into any swimming parks and stuff. Don't want to go to no beaches or anything either. Well, shit. When you eat a devil fruit, you already know the consequences. Make sure you don't touch sea prism stones. Although, if you're Brook, you can run on water. If you have Brook's ability, you could run on water. But you'd also have to be dead. Oh yeah, that is true. I mean, you can literally transform to a dragon, to a Orochi. Shit. Oh, Tatsumaki! Well, as long as the water isn't made of sea prism, you should be fine. But good luck, though. Oh shit. All right, bring it on. Come here.
退けねえよい。退路は覚悟したよい。よくやった。このまま守ってろ。みんなすまねえ。あとは親父が無事に引き上げてくれるやつです。任務中止。それは海賊王になる男だ。攻め込むぞ。
Mm-hmm. His own men have been controlled by Blackbeard. And Whitebeard's controlled too. You want me to bring out Sanji next? Sure thing. I could bring out Sanji next. I can't go all the way on the max difficulty though because all of my characters are level 50 and none of them have reached level 100 in Pirate Warriors 2. But I can go on a difficulty that I can handle, that is. "100% Pirate Warriors?" Well, like in general, like in terms of like getting every trophy, or oh, and thanks for that 5 too, Scott. I appreciate it, man. Challenge accepted. Although you don't have to always send money though. If you want a request, I always do free requests. So, you know, sometimes money is not necessary, but thank you. It's just that money in this world these days are like, they're important, so it's always important to save every dollar and every cent that you have, because you're gonna need that in the near future, especially when they start changing the laws in this world, and when taxes start to rise in the near future. A dollar is what you're definitely gonna need. Okay, so for Pirate Warriors, so the reason why, what you call it? For Pirate Warriors 1. Oh, I gotcha. Well, I appreciate that, brother. Thank you. For Pirate Warriors 1, I have half of my characters maxed out for Pirate Warriors 1. Since Pirate Warriors 1, you can't really like buy yourself up to a max level. Instead, you have to max them out manually. So at least half of my characters I have maxed. But I know that I had all of Pirate Warriors 1, including all the challenges, finished. Challenges, story mode, everything finished, including another log. When it comes to Musou games, I always get everything 100% in it. Sometimes the trophies are impossible to 100%, but the game in general is at least finished in terms of story and extra modes. Pirate Warriors 2. For Pirate Warriors 2. Oh, also another thing I forgot to mention is I don't have all the coins for most Pirate Warriors games. I'm not sure about 3, but for 1 and 2 and 4, I don't have all coins. But now for 2, all of my characters are maxed out. But in terms of over break level, like, you know, being able to go past 100, being able to go past 50 to 100, no. But I have everybody leveled up on 50. I have everybody leveled up on 50, but Ace, however, is close to level 100 as I gave him the level limit break. So, but for Pirate Warriors 2, I have every character on max level, while Ace is only close to, I think Ace and Law are on level limit break. So they're close. They're close to 100 though. But you can't buy them up to 100 from level 50. You can only buy them up to 50 from level 1 all the way to 50, so. And also, Free Log is finished too. Pirates and Free Log is finished too, as well as all DLC challenges. Although half of the DLC challenges are missing because when I got Pirate Warriors 2 at the PlayStation Store, half of the DLC were removed from the PlayStation Store, as well as, like, you know, costumes and stuff. So I don't have all the costume DLCs for just everybody. Only have a few DLC costumes, but if I was there when the game first dropped, if I had switched to PS3 around like a earlier time, then yeah, I would have had every DLC, no doubt. Well, then again, I didn't have a job back then, so I mean, and I was still in school, so it'd be impossible to get the shit that I want, so. But now, anything I want, I just get. But yes, everything in Pirate Warriors 2 is finished, but it's not platinum though. So there is that. Oh yeah, that new system that YouTube did. Yeah, they start ranking you and stuff on how much you comment or how much you support. I guess it's a new thing now. You get ranked and stuff on, you know, who comments the most and stuff, and it's actually a pretty good system though. It goes to show I guess it tests who supports the content creators the most. which is actually pretty lit. Although we don't always have time to support others, you know, since, you know, everybody out there is busy with life. So, you know, the best person we can support is ourselves. Yeah, Pirate Warriors 2 delisted mad fast. Requiring ID? Oh yeah. To be honest, I think that's been a thing for a while, man, because, you know, when on one of my other YouTube accounts, in order for me to start using links on my description, they ask for an ID, like photo ID, or they ask for photo ID, and sometimes they even ask like for like number and stuff, but they say a photo ID is the most one they need. They've asked me that type of stuff before, like about a month ago or so. These zombies are actually Modia's right here. This is Modia, but he actually commands all the zombies. He can bring the dead back to life. We call them, he has something we call shadows, and he uses the shadows and puts them in zombies, which brings them back from the dead. They're kind of like the reanimation jutsu in Naruto, where you need where you pretty much need a vessel in order to actually bring someone back. A vessel that the body will serve in when they bring it back. So it's kind of like reanimation, except that reanimation is more dignified and shit. Also, for Pirate Warriors 3, I will definitely say this. Most of my characters are level 100, but remember that I have PC now. Remember that I have PC now, so I have like half my Pirate Warriors games. Pirate Warriors 1 emulated. I need to upgrade one more time to get Pirate Warriors 2. To at least be able to handle Pirate Warriors 2 on my PC. So once that happens, I'll be able to play with all characters at max level with a platinum save. And Pirate Warriors 3 and 4 I have on PC with everybody max clearly. So, you know, I don't need to grind and stuff anymore technically. But is Hancock in the game? Yeah, she is. She's playable. She's been playable since the first Pirate Warriors. But for my progress with Pirate Warriors 3, for my progress with Pirate Warriors 3, half of my characters are at least level 100, especially Luffy. And some of the characters are close to level 100 because they recently got level break, but I haven't been on my PS4 nor 3 to actually play Pirate Warriors 3 again, because my PS3 data for Pirate Warriors 3 is different from the one on PS4, since my data from Pirate Warriors 3 was transferred from the PS3 over to the 4. So, but Pirate Warriors 3, everybody has level breaks, so you could say that everything is complete for Pirate Warriors. Dream Log is complete, even Nightmare Log, and Nightmare Log consists of level 100 missions, while Dream Log consists of level 50. But everything is pretty much complete for 3. Just not platinum. I needed like 2 or 3 more trophies for the platinum of Pirate Warriors 3. However, Pirate Warriors 4, I don't have everybody maxed. Technically some people are maxed. I never paid much attention to 4. But I have all of 4 in general beaten and completed. I even have the platinum for 4, because the platinum for Pirate Warriors 4 is much more easy to get than the previous games. However, I don't have half of the DLC. I have the Gear 5th Loopy DLC, and which comes with Yamato as well, and Kaido Onagaishima, but Blackbeard's voice actor, Gato? I'm not really sure. I haven't really confirmed that. Oh, and I forgot to mention, Dev. The rest of the DLC for Pirate Warriors 4 I use on the pirated version of Pirate Warriors 4. So DLC that I don't have, I already have on the PC version. Hancock versus... Okay, so for Hancock versus Blackbeard, that could have almost happened, but Hancock would have lost her life. Hancock fought against Blackbeard in one of the episodes of One Piece until Rayleigh intervened and saved her ass. Then again, Blackbeard did want Hancock's Devil Fruit. He was truly interested in it. Kaido's transformation is definitely indeed OP. I've never used Kaido much though in 4. And funny thing is, I've never played as Big Mom, not even once in Pirate Warriors 4. So he does voice Gato then. So Sanji next. I didn't forget, Scott. Sanji next. I gotcha. Still gonna remember. Do you know which Sanji you want me to choose though? Remember that there's Sanji 2 years ago and Sanji 2 years later in the time skip. You got it. You got it, Scott Pilgrim. I'm joking. I'm sorry about that. Sorry, my mind was speaking right there. But yes, I love Scott Pilgrim. Yeah, that's how I feel, because like the thing about characters in Pirate Warriors 4 is that I guess I'm just not really a fan of giant type characters. I get that characters like Big Mom and Kaido are like, you know, like the size comparison in One Piece is crazy, but like I guess I'm just like not used to them, you know. Playing Pirate Warriors since the first game, I've been used to characters, you know, regular size and stuff. But it's like, you know, when Pirate Warriors 3 came out, that day, and we had characters like Moria, and yes, Moria was playable. He was playable in 3, but they never brought him back in 4 as a playable character. But Moria's size, Moria or Kuma size, their movesets were crazy. Facts, Luffy and Zoro, definitely the regular size and stuff. And then when they brought out 4, that's when we could use bigger characters and stuff. Characters with bigger size. Moria is one of those few who was playable in 3. Big Mom and Kaido, their sizes were so big, sometimes I couldn't even see the enemies on ground. Well, of course we could see the enemies, but you get what I mean though. But now flying type characters, when they go awakening or anything like that, like Sanji when he pops in his awakening and stuff, or pops up his skywalk and stuff, it's hard to use characters like that when they're not on the ground. When they're airborne and stuff, it's hard to use them in Pirate Warriors 4 to juggle enemies and stuff. The airborne characters who fly and attack are just sometimes broken, and sometimes they don't reach the enemies on the ground. Like Reiju, for example. Sanji's sister Reiju, for example. She's one of those few. I use her and I like to use her, but sometimes it's hard to juggle enemies while airborne. Now, Luffy Gear 5th, since that's also a DLC in Pirate Warriors 4, he was another one. He could float up a bit, but, you know, I didn't really mind Luffy because he can throw lightning and shit while in Gear 5th. Can Kaido reach them in his dragon form? Technically, he can. He can still reach them because he's able to use the fire and stuff and blow it down on the enemies. But in terms of using overall movesets and stuff, that part is a problem. But in other words, the airborne characters can be broken sometimes. And sometimes not that I really care, I still play regardless, but you know, it's just hard to do it when airborne. Aizen's Kotohitsugi. Because I'm rubber. Jet shell, man, pop it in. Okay, so for Modia, his full name is Gecko Modia. And you would think that because his full name is Gecko Modia, he would be Gecko, but he's technically not. He's actually considered human still. But he's a human with devil-like features. That's his ability. He uses shadows, basically, to create zombies. And since he's the caster of all that, he can pretty much just take it back if he wants to and absorb those shadows. Gives him multiple energy and it turns him into a giant. This is towards the fake ending. I just thought I'd mention that. I already have the true ending attained, but I want the fake ending to be shown. I can definitely say that One Piece is a long journey. About 1100 episodes in. Not many people have the time to watch a long-running shonen, especially with life weighing them down most of the times. I'm fully caught up, but that's because there's not many things I have to really worry about at the moment. Didn't expect that from Akainu.
俺にだってわかる。
じゃあ俺も迷わねえ。赤犬、黒ひげを倒すまで一緒に戦ってくれ。
分かっちょる。
Akainu would never do this in the anime though.
じゃあ行こう。
Even though this is the game original story, he would not do this in the anime. Never.
倒すんだ。
Yeah, Ace is literally one of my favorite characters. Like, he's always chill. But I also wish I had his vibe too, because all right, so Sanji it is.
オーダー受けたまわりました。 よく来たな。だがおめえらに勝ち目はねえ。欲しかった力は全て手に入れた。圧倒的な兵力もある。
最強です。
最強なんだ。貴様がどんな化け物になろうと知るか。この海で最強の存在は常に海軍であらねばならんのじゃ。
止めてやるよ。
Yet the Marines have such a bad sense of justice when they think what they're doing is right. So this is the fake route with Whitebeard dead. This is the fake route with Whitebeard dead for a fake ending. While I already have true ending attained, but... So I put Zoro 2 years ago with Sanji, and...
最強の力。でこの海を支配する。歯向かうやつは消すまでだ。
I just had to show that taunt. You are correct. It is the Kimono DLC from Pirate Warriors 1. I'm not sure if you wanted the suit to be on, but you know, I really like this suit. I really like this kimono specifically. Territory 1 cleared. Party Kiku Cross! Konkokse! I've always loved using Sanji in all the games. Sanji and Zoro. Oh, crap, going up to the territory. Don't, no, 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 no.
声が2つ。黒ひげ、お前の方に向かっているようだ。敵の気配がわかるのか。神ってのも役に立つじゃねえか。役に立つ。実に不愉快な物言いだ。黒ひげ、覚悟せい。なんぞお見通しだぜ。くらえ、グラグラの実の力。
There we go.
侮ったわ。単線で攻めても勝ち目はありゃせんか。私の達成がないね。そうだ。
Shit.
止められるやつはいね。
Gotcha.
一人じゃ勝てなくてもみんなで戦えば絶対に勝てる。
攻撃準備が整ったみてえだな。アロン、クリーク、マヌケどもは一掃しろ。
Oh, poison gas. Here we go. MH5.
弾が飛んでくる。早く止めねえと。
I would say Teach started off as somewhat a good guy at first, but he would later on become a bad guy. And certain events happen only because of him.
ここから押し返すぞ。
He started off originally on the Whitebeard Pirates. And he was the 2nd Division commander. However, he defected from the ship after killing a crewmate. That crewmate had a devil fruit, and that devil fruit was the dark fruit, or the Yami Yami no Mi in Japanese. He stole that fruit and took it as his own. After he killed his comrade, after he killed his crewmate, and left the ship, he created his own crew called the Blackbeard Pirates. And he would later on aim to be one of the 7 warlords of the sea. Of course, I don't really want to go to any spoilers. If anything, all I will say is that he committed a crazy act and killed one of his crewmates and left from the ship. And he would later on take over as an evil character in the series. However, usually you're only supposed to have 1 devil fruit, but Blackbeard has more than 1 devil fruit. That is all I will say. However, if you do not care about spoilers, I can continue going on and on about it. But if you do, then I'll stop where I'm at. All I will say is that he did start off good, but he was working on his way to becoming one of the most evil characters in the series. The world of One Piece goes a very long way.
Alright.
Let me take out the zombie commanders.
さにやられてねえか。
うるせえ、黙って見てやがれ。
おいおい、敵が勢いづいてねえか。おい神、
Enaru. Oh my god.
てやれよ。
お前ごときが私に指図するんじゃない。モリアの尻拭いなど自分でやったらどうだ。
Enaru isn't the type to be controlled by others. He's a god himself.
待ってろ、俺の戦い方を見せてやる。
Sit.
入ってきやがれ。いくらでも相手をしてやるぜ。
Shishirami Shuto.
気をつけろ、罠かもしれねえぞ。
Sit. Kunkuk sit.
やっと攻撃が止まった。
無職の貴様らにまずい。
遅れてすみません。大事な戦い、私もお役に立ってみせ
Well, the rest of the Straw Hat Pirates are here, so that's good.
待たせてしまった。私たち手伝う。
Knock you out of burst, and
お断りだ。
heck, when you're trained by a chef in the art of footwork, you know what it's like. A chef only uses his foot. He saves his hand for cooking for others. And that's why Sanji's a good written character.
閉じ込めたか。檻の中のネズミども、遊んでやろう。
A cook never dirties his hands. Never. Ah, and we're dropping a spirit bomb.
早くモリアを倒して外に出ろ。
Look at that. Look at that spirit bomb. Look at that, shit's getting close. Marimo! Oh crap, I didn't go all the way in order to switch Zoro out. Marimo!
俺こそ一気当選の海の特区だ。
バカども、罠にかかりやがったな。こいつは俺の
Whoa, Tatsumaki! Ah, black box, nope. You're not using any moves on me, brother. Excuse me, I'll be taking that, and I'll be going.
今だ。さっさと逃げろ。
Aris, what's going on? Stream went well? Yeah, I forgot to check the birthday post you sent. I'll be sure to share that out too. I forgot about that.
罠はまだ生きてるぜ。
I missed like 10 Discord
片っ
notifications.
ぽの縄張りはまた影だな。獲物はどっちにいるんだ。
そろそろ終幕でいいだろう。
悪く思うなよ。
バージュショット。おりゃ、俺も手貸すぜ。
悪く思うなよ。
バージュショット。エネル、見てねえでおめえも出ろよ。
誰に向かって言っている。不届き。
あの二人険悪みたい。
Okay, so stream pretty much cut out because my brother forgot to pay the fucking internet bill, and it's gonna be back on by 8. So I'll be finishing this without any without the chat. So y'all are watching this part, y'all probably skipped the time frame up to this one.
ことを後悔させてやる。ゾンビども全員出撃しやがれ。
もう騙されねえ。護衛のゾンビどもが少ねえ方が本物だ。
今度は護衛のゾンビどもが多い方が正解だ。モリアがうすらバカじゃねえならな。
Luffy be dying too easily, bro. Like every AI do, man. That's just Musou games for you. Mm-hmm.
お前ら喜ぶにはまだ早いぞ。悪夢はこれからだぞ。
悪く思うなよ。バージュショット。シュート。レセプション。
Bro!
やりやがったな。
みんな敵の本拠地に突っ込むぞ。
おい、敵がそこまで迫ってるじゃねえか。言い争ってる場合じゃねえぞ。
仕方あるまい。私が直々に相手をしてやる。
Anaru's on our side in the true ending, though. I mean, so.
私は神だぞ。何事も意のままにする。そして私の世界に貴様は不要だ。
Knocked out a burst.
ここまでやるとはな。
何が神だ、口ほどにもねえな。だがコントロールダイヤルがありゃ兵力は無限だ。
すげえ数の敵だ。でも俺たちは負けねえ。
諸君、もう何も心配いらない。俺たちが作ったアンチコントロールダイヤルの威力を見よ。
どういうことだ。
アンチコントロールダイヤルが発生させる音波はコントロールダイヤルとは真逆の波長なんだ。
それを使えば正気を失った奴らを簡単に元に戻せるって言われる。
雑魚どもを止められたくらいで調子に乗るなよ。
Finally, pop yourself in, bro.
出てこい。
こいつらお前の仲間じゃねえのか。
文句があるならてめえで止めてみろ。二人とも相当凶暴になってるぜ。ぜはははは。
この公園は俺たちに任せて敵をぶっ飛ばしてくれ。みんな一回諦めんな。勝って全員で帰るぞ。
バカな。私が押されているだと。ゴミの分際で。
なんだこいつらの力は。
Alright, pop it up.
バージュショッ
てを破壊するグラグラの実の力。俺こそが最強だ。ここまでやるとは予想外だぞ。いいだろう。俺が直々に消してやる。この俺に敵はねえ。俺の時代だ。さあ、俺は最強だ。負けるはずがねえ。
Wow, that should have literally bounced him back up. Gotcha. I think Law shows up in the true ending from what I remember. And that's when you also unlock them, so I'll pop out true ending for the next walkthrough. Elephant. Oh wait, my bad. Red Hawk. Straw Hats pose. There you go. And the dial broke. And that's it. This is the ending without Whitebeard though. Law isn't here though, and Whitebeard's dead in this ending. So I mean,
ああ、海賊の高みだ。
海軍のやつらもう追ってきたぞ。
さあみんな急いで砲を張って。
よっしゃ。
よし。
よっしゃ。
準備いいぞ、ルフィ。
ルフィ
いろいろあったけど、これで元通りだ。
バタンか小僧ども。麦わら。
ほんじゃ冒険の続きに行こう。